My name is Brandon Tornis. I'm formerly from Wyoming. I lived most of my life there. And my son Mason Tornis, he is 9. He has been diagnosed with Cobalamin C. So Mason was born in Evanston, Wyoming, and everything in the first few days of life were pretty normal for a newborn. His blood work for the newborn screenings went to Children's Hospital in Colorado, and on day 6 of life, we received a phone call from them saying that they noticed something was odd in his newborn blood screens and they needed some more lab work. So we went to our pediatrician, got the lab work taken care of, and then had a lot of questions, not a lot of answers, just because the newborn screenings are pretty high level just to catch anything that could be potentially an issue. And when we were leaving the pediatrician's office, we were hanging out in the car, gonna feed Mason before we went and got some groceries and stuff. And that's when he started showing signs of being lethargic and not wanting to attach for feeding, and it was very scary because he was acting like a limp noodle. So we went right back into the pediatrician's office. They got on the phone again with the on-call doctor with Children's, and because Wyoming's pretty rural and they don't have a lot of specialists, we made the call to get life flighted down to Denver at the Children's Hospital. So my wife jumped in the plane with Mason, and I made the 6-hour drive in the middle of the night in the middle of December when the roads can be treacherous with our daughter. And someone had to be looking out for us because I had excellent roads and everything went well. So then we were in the NIC unit at Children's, and Dr. Weisfeld Adams greeted us in the morning, and he told us everything he could tell based on the labs we had gotten, that it was very likely Mason had Cobalamin C. Everything was stacking up that it would be that. And he gave us the high-level summary of what could happen, what to watch, and some of the general treatments. And then shortly thereafter, they did more blood work to confirm, based on gene testing, that that's what he had. So we try to keep the day-to-day as normal as we can. Our daughter Madison's not affected, so we try to just keep things normal. But with that, there's things we have to do every day. It's just become our routine. So in the morning, we make sure Mason gets his medications. We mix his betaine and all the other meds in oatmeal. And he's been eating oatmeal every morning for quite a while. Luckily, there's lots of oatmeal flavors, so he hasn't gotten sick of it yet, but it does a good job masking the taste, and oatmeal overall is pretty good for you. But as far as that, we do the normal routines of school. Mason did sports for a while, but now that he's in 3rd grade, the other kids are pretty fast and get aggressive just playing soccer, and unintentionally he'll get knocked over and things like that. But so instead of sports, we do Cub Scouts, and he has an absolute blast doing that with his friends. So besides the only non-normal thing is taking his meds morning, noon, and night, but it's pretty normal, chaotic house. One of the biggest challenges has been living in Wyoming with not many visually impaired people that are in the school district. We have to do a tremendous amount of advocating to make sure that Mason's getting the best school that he can. Another challenge with that is his vision teachers are not local. So his TVI, the person that teaches him Braille, she lives in Laramie, Wyoming, which is 3 hours away. And his orientation and mobility specialist lives in Jackson, which is 3 hours away from a different direction. And it's challenging because they're so far away and they have to commute in the winter to come see him. So resources are very much a challenge. Our biggest concern is availability of medications. The meds he's on, the the betaine, the hydroxycobalamin, he has to have them to live. So if we ran out, things could get very scary and there could be very bad consequences. So we are very pay close attention to how much medicine he has on hand, and always make sure we've got some coming if he's getting low. It was really scary during the COVID situation because lots of supplies and things were in, and there weren't very much of them. So we got through it without a problem. Our single greatest hope would for him to live the best life he can and be independent. Drawing back a needle, filling your syringe with hydroxycobalamin can be a challenge if you're visually impaired, and we want him to live life as independent as he can and hope that for him. And if it happens, that's great, and if it doesn't, then that's fine too. My greatest hope for the disorder is that they get new novel technologies that can help future kids not have the same effects that our son has had. If there's the ability to cure the vision problem, that would just be absolutely phenomenal. And that's ultimately what we hope can happen, and if there's anything that we can do to help support the research, we are more than willing to help. My message to communicate to any of the families with Cobalamin C or any of the other rare diseases is to stay strong. Life is a challenge no matter what you have going on, and with rare diseases there's added complications, and you just have to stay strong. Utilize your resource groups you have, whether they're friends, family, groups that you're in. People want to help. You just got to let them know how to help you. Don't be stubborn and just say you got it, because there's a lot to take care of. And second one would be just live life to the fullest. Every day is a present, and you just never know what's coming next, and you just got to take advantage and have fun. Live life to the fullest.